Welcome back. Llama's crew is Llama Everything, and you already know I got some reactions for you. So look, Nina Lynn's situation just got worse. I don't know how, but we're gonna find out. Let's see.
He ran away.
Why did he run away?
Cause I was trying to give him a dance last night, and
I'm gonna hold him down. You do it.
Concentrating on the button.
okay, girl.
Cannot believe that Nina is unbanned. Nina pretty much at the streamer
Ooh, they doubling down on her. I ain't gonna fake it. Look, I've seen people get banned before and get unbanned, but the way the other creators are just doubling down on her unbanned is crazy. I hope this spotlight and energy never seeks me.
Things have gotten a lot worse with the Nina and Zoe Spencer situation that's been going on, with the essay of Saeed, even him coming out and speaking on the situation, along with more people coming out and speaking with the bad experiences they had with Nina Lynn specifically, that being In Disguise Toast, and a lot of other streamers championing them to get banned after Twitch made one of the worst decisions possible. It's genuinely really bad, and it all starts right here when we have more evidence of Nina Lynn and Zoe Spencer being weird to Saeed.
Why? Chat. Why my boyfriend here? Why my boyfriend here? He didn't even say hi. Boyfriend. Boyfriend. Boyfriend.
I don't know. This stuff seems kind of funny. Like if they would have kept it more like this instead of actually touching the man, I feel like this content would have blew over. But since they got the touching on him, this is why it's such a big ordeal. Because now it looks just like harassment at this whole stream.
Boyfriend. He ran away.
What's how you go?
He ran away.
Why did he run away?
Cause I was trying to give him a dance last night, and
I'm gonna hold him down. You do it.
okay. She said she gonna hold him down. Saeed, come.
Oh my God, you're the girl Saeed been saying so much about.
He has his.
Yeah.
You've been talking about me.
This is crazy. She's shaking that funky mokey on him. Shaking that nasty assty on him.
With the kids.
As you can see, it's pretty much the exact same situation as the last clips, with Saeed actively running away, people even in the chat saying no, him not wanting to the point where Nina Lynn had to come and hold him down so Zoe Spencer could give him another dance, as he's actively denying wanting this. I don't understand. Okay,
and this looks like, you know, more of a Zoe thing than a Nina thing. Where does this rope around to Nina being overly permabanned?
How these situations come about where we were on the next day after everyone around them said they don't want this to happen, and they go and do it again. It's pretty dumb. And yes, these clips are pretty old, but it makes you wonder why Saeed didn't come out and talk about it earlier, because that's what a lot of people are pointing to and alluding to, the point where he went on his own stream to discuss the situation, to further explain why he didn't come out originally, because of some past experience that had already happened that made him pretty traumatized to want to relive them.
Honestly to God, it was doing a lot towards me, and the reason why I didn't say anything about it on stream or anything like that is I've dealt with something like this before, and I didn't want to. When I dealt with it originally, I was working at a job, and it was a gym, and I told my boss about it, and all he did was make jokes about it, and I tried to talk about it a lot more, and I didn't want to tell my parents, and it did affect me a lot, and this situation did bring back those memories, and it was hard to move past it originally.
It truly is understandable, especially even after making my own video of this, watching other people's videos, and looking at the comment sections and certain things people are saying. People were genuinely calling him gay or saying all types of crazy stuff because he didn't want to.
And that's what's crazy, chat. Like, y'all let me know down in the comments, like, can a guy not express that he feels uncomfortable, even if it's towards that a female is like doing the actions towards the male? Like, or do females not get any penalty? Are we going to use the "we're just girls" for every situation? I'm nothing. I love women, you know what I'm saying, but don't harass me though. You feel me? The same way y'all wouldn't want to be harassed. Y'all let me know if that's right down in the comments, man.
To dance on them. Genuinely, I don't know how freaked out you have to be to hear no several times, but not only one person, two people, a cameraman, and a crew of people behind you, and still think that is an okay thing to do that. And you, as an audience member seeing this, again, have to be too freaked out if you think that somebody would just fall over backwards to get a dance from a girl. If you're saying no, then no means no. And genuinely, a lot of people understand his reaction to not want to come out initially, people being like fan, because of the reaction that a bunch of people online are having, making it even harder after the situation got brought up, and even with the amount of support, the amount of negativity that's coming with it.
I just think it was so awful to watch, and they were saying like he likes it, and they were saying like, oh well, it's or Nina said, like, responded to Rage, and I forget who, but Nina was like, it's embarrassing for guys to be he should be embarrassed as a man. And then I saw people like commenting, being like, oh, it's so triggered. People commenting like how is he as a man unable to push 2 girls off of him? Like
imagine me pushing the most unappealing, repulsive, in your opinion, not the females who did these actions, but just in your point of view, the most repulsive females I can find, and I just go shove them on you and tell them to do whatever to you. You gonna be pushing them off you, and if they stronger than you gonna be sick to your stomach. You know what I'm saying? Yelling no, pleading no.
he's clearly laughing in the clip. He's not. How she's supposed to know he was uncomfortable? But they've never, what? Like, this is literally why men don't come out about being like, how are you gonna? He was like repeatedly saying no in the clip as well, and like that is more than a lot of people can do in those situations, you know?
After all of the support Saeed was getting and all the hate Nina and Zoe Spencer were getting, it only made sense that eventually Twitch, the platform that they are all doing all this on, would have to step in and take a stance on this topic, as all of the top streamers were talking about it and saying how these people should be banned. And eventually that was what would happen. Zoe Spencer along with Nina LIN both got banned. Unfortunately, they were unbanned basically immediately, like under 24 hours for Zoe Spencer and under 48 hours for Nina LIN. So at the end of the day, they did a bunch of nothing, and a bunch of people were upset about it, and Twitch just not caring, it seems like, with 2 SA situations and giving these people a slap on the wrist.
And I think that right now, I would call on every other creator to call this out and to say this. These are 3 separate instances of 2 people restraining a person and performing act on them against their consent on this platform.
He got a point. It was 3 different incidents. They did do that.
Every advertiser, every executive, every Amazon owner, every partner on Twitch should know about this happening. This is disgusting. It is disgusting. And the fact is that there is no other way to deal with this other than a permanent ban. I don't see how you can have 3 separate instances of occur, and the way that and it would be one thing if they didn't respond. It would be one thing if they said, oh, it's not a bit, they didn't, you could say, oh, they didn't see it. But why did they do anything? It's because they did see it.
There's really no leeway you can ever give Twitch in this situation, especially after coming right from the Emerald situation as well, where they basically did a bunch of nothing. Now we're transitioning here where they have video proof of this, where they have multiple people speaking out, where they have the person in question and the people in question all saying that they are apologizing, all saying that this did happen, and the only thing that they do is ban them for basically under 24 hours. And in the midst of all of that, people started digging up even more clips, and another clip of Nina LIN came out that had people wondering how she is not getting banned. And it had to do at the streamer games with another streamer named Disguised Toast, where she was trying to perform a massage on him, but got very touchy in certain areas that he probably didn't want her to.
We're gonna toast out. You ready, Emily? You ready?
Yeah, go ahead, Nina.
All right.
Okay, Brad.
I know. Concentrating on the
Okay, girl.
No, Nina. Oh my.
Yeah, that's crazy, boy. Now, he could come out and say, nah, bro, she cool. That was just for content. But at the same time, didn't look like that man, didn't look like she permitted for any type of consent. He just went for permission that girls think they have is just, you know, getting out of pocket.
Wow, you have the best masseuse, Toast.
That was good.
Wow, she is so bold. You love to see it.
All right.
So bold, so bold. Yep, keep it up. Yep.
Now, if you're unaware of the streamers in this situation, that is Disguised Toast laying on the bed. He is another popular streamer who's in the Poggers community and normally just plays games and does a bunch of desktop streams. And in that scenario, they were at an IRL event called the Streamer Games, where a bunch of streamers come together to participate in some Olympic type things that's meant to be very fun. In this situation, he was going to get a massage by actual masseuse that were there, and all of a sudden Nina LIN decided to give him a massage anyway, because it would be a pretty lighthearted joke since she isn't an actual masseuse. But then she started concentrating too much on the specific area of his body that made a bunch of people concerned and pulled this clip back up. And originally, Toast never spoke on the situation or even said anything, but because a bunch of people were asking about his thoughts on the situation, he actually ended up putting out a tweet that described how he felt about the moment. This
Damn, this clip is going around with the recent, so I'll address it.
Clip is going around with the recent convo, so I'll address it. I was trying to get a massage from a physical therapist when Nina, an IRL streamer I've never met, pushed aside the therapist and started grabbing at my so I was already late on the table. I felt pressure to go along with it because 3 IRL streamer cameras pointed at my face, and also being at a sponsored event, I did not want to escalate the situation. I was extremely uncomfortable the whole time. Definitely should have said something in the moment and regret not doing so. And honestly, a little ashamed of myself for not speaking up, because I just know if I ever spoke about it again in the future, people will say, well, you should have stopped it then. Generally, that's pretty understandable from this guy's toast. When Nina, a person you don't know, is coming up and touching you in any way, or any person you don't know is coming up and touching you in any way, you're going to be extremely uncomfortable. Then they start grabbing at your it makes sense why you would not want that to happen. And again, I could see why he doesn't want to speak up about it, especially if you see how people are treating Saeed and the way that he is going about his situation. It makes it 10 times worse. But maybe he did come out and speak about it and address it and say something and express that he also disliked what she was doing. So it comes into question again why Nina, LIN, and Zoe Spencer are unbanned. You can't really fathom it. You have more and more people, more and more clips, and more evidence of their weird behavior happening on Twitch, and yet it's seeming
Straight
like
up.
Twitch just doesn't care. It's the point where more streamers are calling out this behavior, specifically Valkyrae, who even called for them to be banned again.
I cannot believe that Nina is unbanned. Toast tweeted a video of Nina pretty much at the streamer games him and massaging his ass at a massage table. And he said that he was uncomfortable the whole time, and he didn't even know her. It just, yeah, toast. No excuses for that.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up though. You don't even know a streamer, you come out grabbing on them. That is kind of messed up, man. You know what I'm saying? I get, you know what I'm saying, you felt like it was all good in the moment, comfortability, but she wouldn't want to lay on the table and a dude come up and start all on her buttocks. You know what I'm saying?
I just don't think she should have been unbanned.
That
I think
she
it's
don't know.
crazy that she was unbanned a day later after the Saeed situation.
This entire situation as a whole is, again, genuinely sad and should have easily been fixed by Twitch. The amount of people speaking out about it, the amount of people bringing attention to it, the amount of people calling for some sort of action, yet it just seems like Twitch not only doesn't care, but refuses to do anything. And I would like to say this is like a double standard thing, but genuinely Twitch doesn't seem to care about SA related situations as a whole, because it's not just Saeed, it's not this entire Nina situation with this guy's toast, it's literally every situation. We can see that with Emeru when they originally said they were going to ban some guy that actually touched her in real life without her consent for only 30 days.
I noticed a lot of negligence around the event, and I'm not happy with the way that they're handling it now. And I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, well, I asked them, you know, like, what are they gonna do about this? And you know what they said initially? They said, oh, well, he's banned from the platform for 30 days. And then she's obviously like, hello? Like, that needs to be indefinite. What the fuck are you talking about? Also, that's like nothing to do with anything. No one gives a fuck if he's banned on Twitch or not. Like, we're talking about the convention here.
It doesn't matter if something happens in real life. It doesn't matter if something happens on their platform. It doesn't matter if a bunch of people are speaking out about it. A bunch of these top creators are talking about it. A bunch of these people's fans are asking for some change. Twitch as a platform genuinely just does not seem to care, and will platform literally anybody no matter what they have done, no matter the amount of evidence that has come out about them. And it genuinely is one of the worst things in the entire world, to the point where I'm assuming a lot of streamers are going to want to switch off of that platform or genuinely resent the place that they stream on.
I don't see a better platform to go to though. Facebook, YouTube, you can't go to Kick. Kick don't give a damn. Kick do give a damn, but they don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying?
Question how this platform is as big as it is when they allow things like this to consistently happen. Like, we're only talking about this situations now, but if you go back and look at Twitch's history, they platform some of the worst people and continue doing so because they genuinely do not care about making a difference, making a change, or having a platform where people can actually feel safe and express themselves, because all of they're worried about is getting the most money out of literally any and everybody. It doesn't matter, apparently, in their eyes, what you've done on the platform as a creator or as a viewer. It needs to change, and I hope in the future, with more people speaking out about it, it does change.
All right, chat. Make sure y'all go follow my boy Novely. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah,